If you feel like rent is taking half your paycheck, you're not wrong. In European cities like Milan, Dublin, or Berlin, that's now normal. But what can we actually do about this? Not just governments, but regular citizens too. Let's figure it out. Over the past 20 years, housing in the EU went from being a public good to a private investment. Governments sold off public housing, weakened tenant protections, and offered generous tax breaks for big investors. In 2008, the financial crisis made things worse. Investors started buying up properties cheap in countries like Greece, Spain, and Ireland. Now, institutional investors, hedge funds, pension funds, and private equity firms own large chunks of housing in major European cities. But your government is not powerless against this. Governments can invest in social and cooperative housing, reintroduce stronger rent controls, and close tax loopholes for mega landlords. And governments across the EU are already starting to act. Denmark is limiting who can buy up entire buildings, while the Netherlands is introducing rent caps and discouraging speculative property purchases. While in Berlin, citizens have voted in 2021 to expropriate major landlords and return thousands of apartments to public ownership. This policy hasn't been implemented yet, but it shows what's possible. But you don't have to be in the parliament to make a difference. Any European can join tenant unions and housing collectives. These groups exist in many European cities. They help fight evictions, organize protests, and push for fair housing laws. You can push local politicians. Most housing policy is set at a city or regional level, which means that you can write, speak, or vote for politicians that prioritize housing as a human right, not a luxury. And most importantly, you can stay informed and speak up. The more we normalize talking about the housing crisis as a system problem, not a personal failure, the harder it becomes for those politicians to ignore it. When housing is seen mainly as a moneymaker, the prices go up. Not because it has to, but because scarcity and high demand keep the profits flowing. The housing crisis isn't about bad luck, it's about bad policy. But public pressure works. Every rent cap, every tenant protection, every public housing program started because people demanded it.